Hello, hello, friends. Good to see you all today. How's it going? Happy Saturday to you. We got a fun-filled afternoon planned. At least it's my afternoon. We got some things going on today. We're starting a little bit later today, but there were some activities that I had to get done beforehand. We had a little meeting in the morning, and then we had a birthday to be a part of this afternoon, and so that's just wound down. And now we're here. We're doing our Learn with Lead stuff. That's what we do around here on Saturdays. So let's talk. Oh, let me get this set up right here. And then, hello, where are you? There you are. All right. Let's say hi to everybody who's come in already. Appreciate all of you coming in at the beginning here. It's awesome to have you guys. Chris Wood, I see you. There you go. Oh, I'm missing who's P1. Whenever I pin something to the top of chat, I can't see who's P1. Who is P1? Someone let me know. Anyone able to tell me? I gotta give credit, but I can't look. I can't see. Don't know. Okay, well, P1, hello, and well done to you. Chris Wood, P2. Steven Sills, P3. P4, fourth place energy for Nielsen. Viking Racer, P5. Sir Drones, P6. Great to have you guys. Thank you, you early folks. And then we got Drones. Great to see you. Berube, great to see you, man. B-Nut, hello, bud. Ramboy is here. Good to see you, Ramboy. Let's keep going. Paul Richardson, great to have you, friend. Appreciate you coming in. Viking Razor. Look at that glorious beard getting fuller. Yeah, it feels pretty nice too. It's really soft. Really, yeah, you just want to go like this all the time. At least I do. But I probably won't. Sarah Gone, great to see you, bud. Molly Mazda, great to see you, man. Sarah Gone, you missed some good races yesterday. Yeah, I think did I pop into your stream real briefly? I think I did. I don't know if I said hi or not. I was busy. But I saw you were out there. It's good stuff. Player, great to see you, man. All right. Good stuff. Oh, and then there's HFD. Great to have you here as well. Appreciate you coming in. All right. So now that we've had our pleasantries, I'll introduce our guest here in just a moment. But just to let you know, we're in the process of we're doing some things here. We got the Learn with Lead coming up, and then as time allows, I'll plan to get a little bit of racing in later on, maybe for an hour and a half, hour and a half, or something like that. We'll get a few races in, probably at race B will be the plan, and yeah, so that's what we'll try and do. A couple other things to mention. Next week, I do have a tire saving video that's going to be coming out. So for those who are looking to get better at saving them tires as they wear, that should be of help to you. And then Monday's typical stuff. Next week should be a pretty typical week as far as streaming goes. So that's what's going on there. All right, without any more delay, let's introduce our guest over here today. We have MachOne as our Learn with Lead guest. MachOne, how you doing, my friend?
You're doing good. How are you all?
Oh, it's good. We're good. We're excited today about what we got planned today. So it's going to be good times.
Me as well.
Yeah, appreciate you reaching out and doing and getting this in. You reached out a number of a couple months back, I think. So finally got your turn around here. So that's great. The list is ever growing at the moment, and so if someone's looking to get a spot in, it's important to get your spot in when you're thinking of it, because it's going to be some time to wait until you get your turn. So, but here we are. The day has finally arrived, and here we are. We've got Group 3 at Yas Marina. It is going to be our focus. So we're excited about that, and we're excited about getting penalties. Right? We're ready to get
excited about penalties. Excited about trying to avoid them.
Right. Exactly. All right, so let's. One of the things I could start with a couple of different places with you, but I think I want to start with the fact that you are no stranger to racing, and such, not just in the video game world, but actually real world. So tell us a little bit about your background with cars and how you got into all that and where you are now.
Well, I live about 45 minutes from Virginia International Raceway
Okay.
in Denton, Virginia. And I started going up there. I went to a GT race, and I got really excited. I met a guy there. His name is Derek DeVore, and I asked him about it, and he, said the best thing to do is to get a car that's less horsepower if you want to get into racing. Less horsepower, learn to drive that before you step into something big. And have it be a safe car. So I have a BMW 325i 89. It's stock horsepower, 160 horsepower.
Yeah.
But if you're doing a spec race, everybody else has the same horsepower.
Got it.
So it comes down to how well you race.
All about the control of the car, momentum. You mentioned is that what you would qualify as momentum racing, like we talked about on Thursday? Or
yes,
yeah,
controlling your mainly your entry and exit speed, controlling your exit speed, and not really doing your trail braking as you're coming to the apex and then accelerating as soon as you can.
Yeah, got it. Right. Excellent. Okay, so basically then. So you also mentioned, I think you did some drag racing in the past, right?
I did.
Yeah, with a car that you
I currently live 6 miles from a drag racing track.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I can hear them on Saturday night, guys with the 3,000 horsepower cars.
Right. That has to be exciting.
Yeah.
My goodness. Real quick, Zaragon saying it'll be on and off for now. Okay, that sounds good, friend. Appreciate you. Richardson says, "Who is MachOne?" Well, that's actually what we're finding out right now. This is the part of the coaching session where we get to know our guests. So we're in the middle of finding out all we can about them. So, Mach, so what is it that got you into the sim racing aspect of things? You race on controller and you do wheel, depending on different situations, which we'll probably get into in a little bit here. But what got you started into this sim racing world?
Well, I've always been a gamer.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of other people too. I think King Doofus, he's a guy that used to play Fallout 76, I believe.
Talking about Super Doofus?
And Super
SD,
Doofus.
Yeah, we know SD around here. Yeah.
And basically, I was really into racing before I got diagnosed in 2018. I was working on actually a cafe bike then. And then also I had the small tire car, which is that was the 89 hatchback. And they call it a small tire car because it's only 28-inch tires. But that had a 89 Mustang hatchback with an LS1 truck engine. And I used to race that. That's about 650 horsepower, approaching 700 because I had a Amazon turbo on it. And it'll bring up the front end. Mm-hmm. It'll make you pucker. That was a lot of fun, but I like curves. I like road racing. So.
Yeah, like the circuits. Got it.
Yep.
Excellent. So you picked up GT7 pretty soon after it came out. Is that right? Am I remembering correctly? Or
I did.
Yeah.
And I just kind of, bounced along for a few years. I haven't really done a lot of racing with other people.
Got it.
What I've got 13 races, I think.
Yeah, not too much.
And
on
I've
that
taken
end.
second place once.
Got it. Yeah. Now you mentioned your diagnosis back in 2018. So in order to do what you're doing, you've had to overcome some different things. You've been battling, you said, cancer now for, did you say 6 years, I think?
Yeah, 6 years since 2018.
Yeah, so you
Well, it's maybe 7.
okay. Yeah, so you mentioned that there you have good days and bad days, right? So you can't always do as much as you'd
Right.
like. Even this past week you had a round of chemotherapy, correct?
I did.
Yeah. And that's something to remember. I mean, I can't we all have different challenges, but I tell you what, when we meet someone like you, MachOne, it reminds us that there are some people out there who have remarkable challenges to overcome. And I feel like first of all, thank you for sharing that information with us. Like it can't be easy to necessarily talk about, but this has been a part of your life for a while now, and likely not going away. Correct? This is kind of how it
It
goes.
is.
Yeah.
It's a part of me, and it's not something you can just make go away. So you get used to it,
Mhm.
or you don't get used to it. And if you don't get used to it, you got problems.
Right. Right. Now, with your particular form, this is something that's treatable and manageable to a certain extent. Is that how this
To a
works? Or
certain extent.
yeah.
Excuse me for a minute.
Sure.
To a certain extent, I've had 2 stem cell transplants,
Okay.
um, and they're not going to do another one of those, but they are going to do CAR T, and it looks like I may be heading for that in about a year or 2. I don't know.
Okay. Got it.
Things are changing. It's in the process of starting to come back,
I
but
see.
I'm very pragmatic about the whole thing.
Mm.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Mm. Well, hats off to you, my friend, for not just laying back and just sort of going into a shell, but you're still living, you're still out there, and you're doing what you enjoy, and so I think and we can all learn a lot from that, and I really appreciate you sharing that with us for sure. It's remarkable. Isn't it true, friends? I mean, there are just a lot of remarkable people out there, and we get to meet some of them just doing this. It's kind of crazy, but it's no doubt about it. Um, we got Ramboy saying how amazing is this dude. Mach 1 dude, best wishes from the community. Richardson says respect
Hey,
to
thank
Mach
you.
1. Shotgun says we all fight battles no one else knows about. EL says I love people's stories. Yeah, she does. She loves the stories. Awesome. Uh, well, and then Steven still says best wishes, buddy. Yeah, for sure. We all definitely are pulling for you in that regard, and it kind of makes what we're about to do kind of almost inconsequential. However, that is what we signed up to do today, right? So, I think it's a privilege for me, man, to be able to share a track with you today. That's really what this is. So I'm looking forward to it. Um, let's see. So, when you talked to me about doing this session, we talked about how you just wanted basically a second pair of eyes, right? Where you just wanted someone to look at what's going on and see where you can make your improvements. You're a real life racer, so you got a lot of good stuff going on already. I'm sure it's just a matter of translating that into this game, right? So,
Yeah.
Ramboy says, "Thank you, Led, for this platform for people like this. Makes my week hearing from people and their story." Oh, that's great, man. Drones says, "Mad respect. You think life is tough till you hear stories like this." Well said, everyone. Yeah, man, for sure, for sure. This is great. Okay, well, let's. So we've selected the new Porsche, the 992. That seems to be a fairly dominant car here anyway, and it's a pretty fun car to drive. So let's go ahead and start going around the track here. Now our tires are pretty chilly, so we won't go full speed yet. But if you just want to follow me here, we'll play a little follow the leader. Now in the times that you've been able to practice, um, is there any portions of the track where you've had some difficulties, or is it anything stand out to you in that regard?
It does. The big turn that's coming up right now.
Yeah, the hairpin here. Okay.
So I've been working on this one. It's the late apex left.
Yep.
And then sometimes I'm turning in just a little bit too early. I think that's just me, and I need more repetition.
Okay. Got it. Oh, Polly Mazda donating $1.99. Thank you, sir. Much respect to Mach for living life to the fullest. Yeah, man. Yay. But yeah, breaking points pretty much mapped out for yourself here, and that kind of thing, or are you still working some of that out?
I do. I don't really work out. I do have breaking points. I like when I race, I still have the red zones, the red braking zones up. I know a lot of people don't, but I don't really pay attention to that. What I do is I do take note of braking markers on every track, and I remember them. So
got it.
You know, because I realize right away if you're going off the red braking zone, you're slow.
Yes. Yeah, that's usually a very conservative area, is how the game treats that. So you can't just go by that for sure. Yeah, exactly. Some of the guys in chat right now are saying fast guys use them. I know a few fast boys that
even fast guys.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Some. Yeah, it's just something that they started out with the game and kept it, never really left it. I know some guys who will only use it for, like, say, Nürburgring, because it's just so long, you can kind of get lost, and so it's a little extra help, little reminders. It's a good lap time. So on Monday, my time, what was it? 52.9, is that right? At a 52.9 on Monday, that was just outside, just inside the top 500. It's probably, might not even be top 1,000 right now. Is that right, Mazda? No, I haven't seen that. That hasn't popped up on my YouTube. Alright, tires are a little warmer now, so I'm going to try and really just focus on the lines that I would be taking. If there's anything that you see I'm doing... Oops, I missed that apex. Anything you see that I'm doing as far as racing line goes that's different, let me know and we can kind of talk about it.
Okay.
Or something you see I'm doing that you've been trying to do and it hasn't worked out yet for you, for example. Currently a B-rank driver is Richardson. Okay, cool. Oops. I missed that breaking point. Tough to keep it in there.
It is. That's what I have problems with that because I want to speed up.
Yeah, definitely have to sacrifice speed, exit speed in a couple spots there. That's disgusting. This is drones, it's hilarious.
Sloppy. Yeah, I've been trying to treat that chicane like a chicane that I drive at VIR all the time. And
Yeah.
trying to stop short a little bit and put me on the left side of the track.
Yeah. But it's not happening?
It's not happening. I keep on hitting it a little bit too late.
Okay. Just inside. All right. Continue with this. Yeah, so this right here is a lot of huge braking zone. It's either the biggest or the second biggest braking zone on the track.
What are you picking as your braking point?
The imaginary 125 board.
Okay, and that's what I was too. After 150, between 150 and 100.
Yeah.
And I'm almost figuring that if you're trying to hit the brake almost right at that board, you're gonna be still going for.
You're gonna overshoot.
Fraction of a second. Yeah, you're gonna overshoot.
Section there too. All right, let's go ahead and have you take the lead here on the start finish straight. Yeah, we are missing that apex, aren't we?
Yeah, I missed it. I missed it big time. By 2 car lengths.
Are you talking about the, Richardson, are you talking about the turn that's, well, I'll ask when I'm there. I'm almost there, actually. This next turn coming up, are you talking about this one coming up? This one, okay. So, full throttle, I'm not sure. You need to be at your slowest right here, under the sign, and start getting on the throttle just before that sign right there. It might, you know, I would say you gotta feel it out to see when you need to be full throttle. That's when you start to get on the throttle, I would say.
That was already 159. That's wide.
Yeah, so this part right here, I think, could use some work.
Right here, okay.
Yeah, so we need to turn in a little bit later for that section right there.
Too slow. Ooh, I'm gonna shoot it.
No problemo.
Self in the foot.
When we get to that sequence, let's take a moment and stop up ahead.
Okay.
I'll take the lead. I'll get us
before
to
this left.
We're gonna go after this left.
Gotcha.
Okay, so let's stop here. Put the brakes on right here. Okay, so what I've noticed about your entrance here is we kind of narrow up and don't really get the weight transfer very well. And by doing that, it compromises the right turn coming up. So if you want to watch for a moment. So typically you've been like sort of hanging the car out right here and just sort of gradually going to this apex.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm going to propose is instead keep it straight with two tires on the curbing here on the right. You're trying to widen this entrance. And then you're actually going to turn with these tire marks down here. See them?
Yes.
And get the car oriented like this instead. Now, it will require a little lift right here still. Like between where you are and where I am right now, you need to lift in order to not go too far to the right. That's what really kills you with this is if you're too far over to the right, then you're pretty much off the main racing line, and you're not gonna get back on during the right turn. It's too late by then, right?
Right.
So you lift here, then you get back on the throttle. With this car, you should be in you should be fourth gear by now. And you want to orient the car then middle of the track, and then you see the Marshall box over to the left there. That's where you want to turn in to the right at this point, also with a lift. So your line has been more point to point, apex to inside curb right here, so that when you end up getting on the curb, you're actually on the curb here, or close to this, right? Instead, you want a wider entrance also here, so that you're not touching the curb until you get to about here, and the car is actually pointed more to the right already. Okay, so let's keep going around. We'll work on that as we go. I'll go ahead and I'll go first here, and just when we get to that part, we'll follow my line with that. It'll still be like 80% speed. I'm not going to go full throttle. Yeah, aim for that bollard on the right. Exactly, Richardson. Good. All right. All right, so get you right up behind me here. All right, so we're gonna come in like this. Get the car wide. Stay straight, straight, straight. Turn, lift. Back on the throttle. Turn, lift. Get the car to rotate. Back on the throttle. And make it. Okay? All right, you back in the lead.
Okay.
You had to lift on exit there, looks like.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
A little bit. Or else I would have gone really wide, but I'm certain half of what I'm doing is going to be a penalty.
Yeah, I can see. My lobby doesn't have those strict penalties on. All right, that's a little better.
Was that a little bit better?
Yeah, a little bit better. Probably needed to, for the right-hander, probably needed to wait just a little bit before you turned in and be a little more to the left.
Okay.
Catch it. I see.
That's what happens when you accelerate on top of the sausages.
Yep, hang a little more to the left. There we go. Lifty, lifty. Oh, we missed this one. Okay.
Did I miss it?
You missed the apex, yes.
I was. Oh, okay.
Wow. Thought I caught it, and then I was wrong.
Oh, did you?
I spun her. I spun her right around.
I heard you.
So, I have an observation to share with you at this point.
All right, cool.
Let's go ahead and park it at that hairpin right there where you're at. I'm going to talk about it here. So, what it looks like to me in most of the slower corners is we're carrying too much speed through the apex, or we're carrying too much speed through the braking zone and overshooting the corner. This is happening on the regular here. So I'm gonna give you some prime examples in a moment. Let me address chat for a moment. Let's see. So Mav Forever, good to see you, man. So MachOne is on a controller right now. He has a wheel also, but if you listen to the beginning of our session, MachOne has good days and bad days when it comes to racing. So physically, it can be more draining on him for the wheel. So he's using the controller today. Let's see. It's tough to get on throttle at this corner, if you ask me. I'm not sure which corner you mean there, Richardson. Nessie, good to see you. Am I on the G29? No, I'm on the G923. Actually, is my wheel. G923. So that's the one with True Force. The one I'm on now. Tough to get on the throttle at this corner. Okay. Well, that has a lot to do with the corner entrance, really. Hit the like button, Chris Wood says. Let's see. And I think I'm missing... Oh, Soul on Fire. Good to see you, bud. Have you ever tried to coach someone same speed or faster than you? Must be awkward. No, not at all. No, I've done it before. I've had Crooked, who's probably same speed as me. I've had Crawler on, who is faster than me in almost all occasions. Just because I can't do something to be as fast as some other folks, the fact is that I've been doing this long enough now to where I can really identify where people are losing speed pretty quickly. So that's just part of the experience here. But yeah. Okay. So MachOne, let's talk about this for a minute. Let's use the chicane coming up as an example. Okay. So let's go over there to that chicane. This would be a good example or a good place to talk about it. Now, I think for this chicane, you even said you want to have the car over to the left, correct?
I do.
Yeah, but you seem to not be able to execute that too often.
I don't. I'm trying to pick. I think I just need to pick another braking point.
Okay.
And I think I'm braking too late.
So show me your braking spot again. Let's take a look there. Where are you trying to start hitting the brakes?
About right here. And I need to go forward a little bit. So right before the 100 board.
Yeah, it's too late. Yeah, so my braking point, oops, still in reverse. My braking point for this is right here, where I'm at right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we need to back that up. I think that's for sure. And now that I think about it, we may be braking too late on a few of the other corners as well. So yeah, what I've seen with your line, I've often seen you attack this, but because of your momentum, you end up all the way over here, and it just compromises the rest of the way. So with a chicane like this, we need to be at our slowest. We need to be at our slowest right here. And for this corner, it's like under 40 miles per hour for sure. Yeah, so MachOne, right about there is where you want to be at your slowest. So you're braking hard in a straight line all the way to the turn-in point, which is after the 50 board. Then you trail brake all the way to this apex, and you continue to decelerate all the way to right about where you are right now. Okay, and then the next key element to this is sneak behind you here. Next key element then is to don't make a beeline straight from the apex back there to this apex here. Instead, point your car to the left a little bit, and actually the light post up ahead there is a great example of where you can point your car briefly. So you're on the throttle all the way to here. You lift as the car comes around here. Clip this curb with not too much of it, because that orange part can give you a nice bounce, which unsettles the car. And then back on the throttle as you pass this first apex. Make sense?
It does.
Okay. All right. While we're at it, let's continue to talk about a couple of problem spots.
Okay.
So on this one here, I continually catch you in the braking zone. I'm gonna stop at the brake point, which is just after this white line. I like to brake after I pass this white line right here. Okay.
Okay.
So this corner pretty much requires no maximum braking whatsoever. You need to be like at the most 75%, maybe 80%. but then you're immediately, after you get the car pointed where you need it to go, you're immediately in the 50% or below brake pressure range. So the reason I'm catching you in this area, I believe, is because you're braking too hard for too long. Even this last time we went around the course, you had missed this apex and were over to the right side. And I actually caught you while I was decelerating into this spot. So, yeah, I would say make sure that you're not braking too hard for too long on this one. Make sure that we should be at our slowest right before we get to this sign right here. Right about where I am right now. This is where we need to be at our slowest. Often between where I am and where you are right now, MachOne, that's often where a lot of people end up at their slowest. And what's happening is you can't get on the throttle yet because you're not going to make the corner. At least not full throttle. So some people might blip the throttle, realize, oh no, it's too soon. Now they got to let off. Or they actually hit the throttle and stay on it. And then what has to happen? They have to lift after they pass the second apex, which just kills all your exit speed, right? So being on the throttle there, monitoring it, but you should be able to clip the next apex like that. You can go like this. Let me ask you, what is your brake reference or brake marker for this corner here?
About right before this apex, right behind me.
Okay. All right, that's
is
good.
Usually where I'll do a lift. I'll do a lift right here, and then about right where, let me see. There's a black line right here. By this black line, I'm braking pretty hard and downshifting really fast.
Okay. So that you might need to be braking harder a little sooner, because I've noticed you overshoot this one quite a bit as well. My braking point is right there where you are. Well, just a little, like I'm in your spot on your side of the track, but yeah, my braking point is right about here. And I'm
right after this light pole that's behind me.
Yeah, and so I'm trying to straighten my braking from here all the way to the edge of the curbing on the left side there. I'm max braking, and I'm trying to keep it as straight as possible so I'm not unsettling the car, essentially, is what's going on there. Because I think maybe we want to try and push that brake marker back for this one as well. Because it's so easy to overshoot. We really are trying to clobber this apex right here, just like this. That we clip this this inner part right here. Really important. Back on the throttle. This is tricky. This is probably one of the most technical portions right here. I'm gonna skip that for now. Let's go to. I think this is another one where maybe we're braking too late. So my braking marker is just before this white line right here. So the line that's right behind you right now. That's my brake marker.
Gotcha.
Okay. Oops, I hit my hazards. Okay. Excuse me. Got a little bit of lunch coming back. Excuse me. Let's see. Brake marker for turn 1 here. I have middle between the 100 and the 150. That's where I'm braking.
Yeah, 100 and 150.
Okay. And then let's talk about that hairpin at the top of the map. case anyone's watching right now and you are kind of mystified by this track, I know we're going over portions of it right now, but I do have my lap guides up that you can see pinned to the top of chat there. So if anyone's looking to improve on a particular portion of the track, you can see how we go about it in depth as well on that lap guide. So this is my braking point for this corner right here. And I might be mistaken. I think you might be starting to brake later than this also.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm about 25.
Okay, yeah, that's too late.
Okay.
Yeah, it's too late. Because I've noticed you've been wide quite often for this one as well. So yeah, we're braking just as the curb begins here on this track. Braking in a straight line. Then we're turning nice and late. Down to first, get that last bit of rotation. Be at your slowest right here. And this is also where you begin to apply the throttle again. Cool stuff, Red Zone. Good stuff. Okay, let's go ahead. Actually, our tires are ice. Let's head back. Let's exit and head back to the pit. Okay. And then let's head back out once again. And then we'll have you take the lead again. And we'll try and apply these new brake points, okay? Yep, I got you, Red Zone.
Alrighty.
I knew what you meant. Yep.
I'm going to go around. Are you at the beginning? Are you still in the pit?
No, I'm out here by the hairpin. Good luck on your race, Steven. All right, you take the lead, my friend. Still overshot. That could be the tires a little bit too. My tire temps say they're in the 50s right now. Yep, too slow too soon there, man. Way late on the brakes there. Way late.
Okay. I'm trying to remember all of them.
Yep, for sure. Okay, so coming up, we're going to brake before that white line on the ground.
I was looking for it. I know it's right after the van.
Yeah. Alright, let's try it here. You are off the brakes a little early. I could see your brake lights. They came off a little bit early, but that looked a lot better.
That was terrible.
So, are you able to describe to me what happened there?
Yeah, I slowed down too much and then tried to recover, go a little bit faster, and then I was out of place, and there was two different things.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think you slowed down too much at any point. If anything, you still carried too much speed through that most of that.
Through there, okay.
Yeah. I tried to hold it. I was trying to have fun.
Shoot. Fast enough.
Nut bunnies. How did that last corner feel?
It felt like I was off the apex a little bit, but it was closer.
All right, let's try to nail this one here.
No. Let me back up and redo that.
Yeah, I like it.
If you don't mind. I can back up in a straight line.
One of the things I wish I could do in a lobby like this is set up like sectors and just work on a sector at a time, kind of like a circuit experience.
That would be good.
But I cannot do it.
Well, I thought I was pretty good because before today, I did the circuit experience.
Yeah.
And I golded everything in just a couple of laps.
In that
and I thought
Ferrari?
man, I'm going to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me see the line you want to do. Yeah. Missed, turned too late for the second apex, but yeah.
That was closer.
Yeah, the beginning though was good. That is the entrance that you're looking for there. Okay, we're gonna brake just after the curb. Not too shabby there. That was good.
So some of what I'm doing here is I'm trying to go a little bit, taking things a little bit slower. Is that what you want, kind of?
Well,
instead of, I'm trying to go a little less than full. Sometimes I'm very aggressive.
Okay.
On the throttle.
Well, give me a send it lap.
Okay.
Give me something where you're trying to beat the world.
I'm gonna wait till I come around the finish line.
Yeah, agreed, guys. Yeah, for sure. And we're not getting it back fast enough for that one there. Oops, sorry about that.
Yep. See, you caught up with me. That's all right.
Yeah, your line there is like a late apex. We need a double apex that corner.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Adiz, good to see you, man. GT7. Can't get anything better than a mid 58. Yeah, right. Well, I tell you what, if you're trying to do it on sport mode right now, I mean, the track limits are, I think, definitely affecting a lot of folks. Yeah, carrying too much speed through there, Mach. Too much speed.
Still too much. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think what I want to do, Mach, is let's both go to the pits. I think what I need to do is I need to be able to show this to you kind of live and in like almost in person, and I'd like to do that by showing you my replay of my fast lap, okay? So
Okay.
I'm gonna send you a share screen request. We'll take a little break from the actual track, and we're just gonna dissect we're gonna dissect my lap from Monday, okay? Let's see. So I'm gonna send you the invite, and then you should see that invite come to you here shortly. It does feel good when you get a good lap, for certain. But I say that.
All right, I just hit play.
Yep, I see that you're watching now. Question from Nessie: would you say the feedback you get from that wheel is more than enough? I mean, you are much quicker than me, so I guess the answer is yes, of course. Well, so I think with any, I say this about wheels a lot. I think any wheel, just about any wheel, is really is as long as there's some type of feedback, is going to be good. Really, I think the key is time, spending time with the wheel, getting to know it, getting to love it, understanding what it's telling you. I've had the wheel for 4 years now, a little over 4 years, and I can tell you that probably those first 2 years, I really didn't understand everything that it was trying to tell me through the feedback and the sensitivity and all of that. It wasn't really for the second half that I really realized, oh, this is telling me, this is saying understeer. Oh, when this is happening, although it's very subtle, this is when oversteer is happening, right? So I think that's the key. All right, so I'm gonna have to exit this Oh, you're watching my screen. That's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna close this lobby for now. We're gonna come back to this lobby in a little bit. And let's go over to, after we check network environment, that's very important. Let's do that first. Hey, Dib Dob, good to see you. Okay, yeah, sounds good. We're still checking network environment. I don't know why this takes so long. I'm leaving. I'm not even, I don't understand. I don't know what it's doing. Yeah, I think we all had to adjust their drones for sure. We all had a time of adjustment. I definitely, like the first 30 minutes of practice, I was just like, man, what is this? This stinks. This is stupid. And then once I finally started to get it, I was like, okay, I see the benefit of this and I kind of like it as well. I just, what's weird is that um, so it's not across the board. And so I think that's part of the problem. Where if this was the way all tracks were, I think we would be more in tune with it. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of studying here. So this is a 53.5. I don't know where I got the 9 from. Probably some other time that I had logged in my head. So let's get all this up. Let's change the view. Okay. So I'm gonna first let the lap go. Okay. So we're gonna let it go, and I want you to, Mark, I want you to observe my lap and tell me what you see, what you notice. Once we're done watching, tell me those things. Tell me some things maybe compared to what you're doing, that sort of thing. Okay, here we go. Are you able to see?
No, I can't see your screen. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's what I'm looking at here. Okay, hang on. Let me send you another invite.
Yes, please.
All right, should be coming to you. Catch that invite yet?
Yeah,
How can I help you? What
sometimes I get confused. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's okay. Not a problem. You're among friends.
Watch share screen. There we go. Okay, now I have it.
Okay, so you see my Yep. All right, so you see my screen, you see the Porsche, see the beginning of the lap here?
I just saw the Porsche. What did it do?
Mark Bruner. Yeah, I remember you, bud. Long time. You got out of GT7 and now you're back this month. Very cool, man. Glad to have you back. Mr. Mondeo. Oh, nope. Nope, he messed up. That's for sure. Let me invite him back. Hang on. Okay, he's back. Are you with me there, bud? You hear me?
No, I'm not. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. So let me guide you there, okay? So what do you see right now? Can you tell me what you see right now?
I see the blank screen. Usually it's going from scene to scene with a date on it. I don't see the Porsche.
Okay. So let's hit the PlayStation button so it brings up the menu at the bottom.
Okay.
Okay. Now you see the GT7 game, and then you see the button for notifications.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you click on notifications, there should be an invite for one of my share screens. You see any of those there?
Yes, I do.
All right, click on one of them. My guess is you're hitting O, but you don't need to. I think you're hitting O and it's backing you out of the screen, the share screen.
I think it is too.
Okay, so if you
Okay, so I just hit play. I'm viewing. I'm not viewing your screen, but move forward.
did you see
And
that?
I didn't hit the back button.
So
No, I didn't.
what do you see right now?
Can you send me another invite, please?
Sure,
I'm sorry. I apologize.
it's okay. Okay, should be coming to you shortly.
Okay, screen sharing. Play.
Okay, so it says that you've started to watch our screen. So do you see
Okay, I don't see your screen yet, but
a view in full screen option? Okay, it says you're watching
see
again.
multitasking.
Yeah, view in full screen. Don't view in multitask mode. View in full screen.
You know, I just got this. I just got the screen. I know what I was doing wrong now.
Okay,
I was hitting the play button, and that you don't need to do that.
correct.
All right. Apologize about that.
Not a problem. Okay, so you see me now, and you see the car now.
Yes,
You see it going forward. You see the previous lap
I
is
do.
a 54.5. That just came up purple.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. All right. Now we got that situated. Good stuff. So, like I was saying before, let's go ahead and we're gonna watch this lap. Okay. And I want you to evaluate it. And once we're done watching the lap at full speed, we'll talk about what you saw. And if you notice any differences from what you've been doing, point those out to me at the end. And then after that, we'll dissect this a little bit together, okay?
All right.
All right, here we go. Full speed lap. I can't believe how well the car hooks up there. It's crazy. Yeah, that's where I hesitated there. I thought I was going to go wide and I misjudged it. any observations to share?
Where do I start? So first off, I was looking at your braking pressure compared to mine.
Okay.
Where I'm going full braking, or you're thinking that either I'm going full braking, or I'm not going quite enough, or I'm missing that braking point,
Mm-hmm.
like for that chicane. I was really
Yeah.
watching you in that chicane, so.
Yep.
And definitely, I need to slow it down and tone down the aggressiveness.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Good. So, yeah, I think, fundamentally, what we're talking about here is the slow in, fast out concept, and really harnessing that for the car. GT7 really rewards people who do that, but it punishes people who don't. It really, uh, there's a, we'll call it a traction budget, okay? A traction budget. The tires have a traction budget, and you're really trying to be right at the edge of that traction budget, but not exceed it, right? And when
Right.
when we exceed it, there's no forgiveness. Is basically the thing. If you've exceeded it, well, too late. It's done, right? So we're trying to keep it right inside that comfy zone. Now but we don't want to be, shall we say, so conservative and so safe that we don't even get close to the grip limit, right? So it's something that we're trying to make sure we're doing that. Um, let's see.
Do we have a minute for a bathroom break?
Yeah, go right ahead. We can do that. I'm gonna check in with chat here while you go ahead and do that.
Okay. Be right back.
You got it, my friend. We're marking. I see on there we're marking on the Porsche. Yeah, the Porsche is this new Porsche is a lot of fun. I really do enjoy it. It's good stuff. It really is. Um, I want to be back. There we go. That's where I want to be, right? Yeah. Let's see what else we got that I can catch up on. A little bit slippy in first gear. A little bit. All right, in the 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Eastern Time Zone U.S. lobby, we had some great racecraft. Interesting, David. Yeah. What I love about Led, the patience and the helpfulness he brings to the game, which can be such a toxic game at times. Yeah, at times. I appreciate the kind words, sir. Uh, Great coaching. Someone commented on him coaching a faster driver. Yeah. Well, the NFL coach. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear you there, David. So it's interesting. Sometimes people are so good at playing a particular game that they can't actually coach. Um, and talking about NFL, Mike Singletary is probably one of those guys. He was so incredible at his position that he kind of expected that level of performance out of his players and kind of disregarded the mental side of things. And then on top of that, just expected perfection like he expected for himself, except not everybody was physically gifted like he was. Um, and so I find that to be interesting. And I think, the same translates to GT7 as well. There are a lot of fast guys out there, way faster than me, but they really wouldn't be able to coach someone because the things that they take for granted, in other words, the things that they're doing that they don't even realize they're doing in order to be fast, they can't see that necessarily in someone who is slower than they are. And so I think I'm kind of in a sweet spot with my pace and speed where I seem to be able to really identify what whether I have an E rank driver or a C rank driver, D rank driver, B rank, whether I have a lower ranked driver or a fellow A plus driver, I seem to be able to really be able to ascertain where people are losing time and help them correct it. Um,
I'm back now.
Very cool. Let's see. Richardson says, I used to coach drivers on F1 games. I enjoy when people get faster. I assumed I would be instantly quick on GT7, but it's so much different. Interesting. That's an interesting observation there, Richardson. And analysis of a craft is such a key still to being able to coach. Amazing way of putting that. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Thank you, bud. Appreciate you guys. Okay, so well, we're gonna watch this a little bit here together, Mock. So I just want to observe a couple of things here. Let's look at this one, this first turn. I actually do an emergency downshift to second. I don't really need, or sorry, emergency downshift to first. You don't really need first gear for this one, but I was coming a little too hot, so this is my mid corner adjustment. So, and here's the other key. So, what I'm seeing a lot from UMAC is not being able to get on the throttle until after the apex. And that stems from carrying too much speed through the corner. You follow me with that?
Yes.
Okay. So you see how I'm not full throttle yet, but I am on the throttle, and I haven't even reached the apex yet. We noticed that right there?
Mm-hmm.
So that's really the key. That's part of the slow in, fast out. Another way to put it as we're getting on the throttle either at or before the apex, and the only way we're able to do that is if we have decelerated properly as we enter the beginning of the corner, right? So that's key there. Okay. Real quick, let's look at, since we talked about this one first. Let's look at how this goes. A little lift there. Get the car pointed over to the left. See how I'm pointed way over there. Now I'm going to turn and lift. Still, I'm figuring out where I can really be on it. I'm trying to make sure that the car settles down. And it does make it. So that's good. All right, so this is the corner 2 that we talked about. So I'm right on the brakes just right now. I'm braking a straight line and then turn in. I'm in first gear. I'm using first gear and trail braking to suck me to the apex. So you see I'm 50% braking pressure right now. Now I'm trailing off the rest of the way. Now I've decelerated. So one of the things I'm seeing here is I haven't seen the inputs yet, but I'm guessing that you're in like the 50s when you come through this portion of the track. You're in the low 50s.
I'm also in second gear.
And you're also in second gear.
So I'm noticing, yeah, you're doing first. You're getting a lot more rotation out of that than I can.
Yes, yes. And a quick note too about rotation with this car. Usually, I'm a proponent of +5 to the rear as far as brake balance goes. I will thank you, Mazda, for the $4.99. Appreciate you, man. Throw up some stud emojis for Poly Mazda. I will answer that question in a little while. Okay, hang with me. Sit tight for the answer to that question. Excuse me. Yes, first gear for rotation. Now that's not the case for every car, but the Porsche has a really long freaking first gear. I think this thing goes maybe to 80 in first, so it's pretty wild. Which means that's a lot of area in which you can help yourself decelerate and suck yourself to the apex. All right, so you see I'm just off the brake and I'm on the throttle now. All right, and that's really what I'm trying to do. There are times where coasting is necessary, but for the most part, a quick transition from trail braking to then throttle application is really what we want to be trying to go for every time. That's really important, okay? So, and what that's also doing is I'm not lifting on the exit of any corner either. That's a no-no. That's like a cardinal sin. If you have to lift or hit the brakes after an apex, it's killing all your momentum, right? So we really want to avoid that. Hey there, Quick Mick. Good to see you, bud. Oh, did I interrupt myself? Yeah, so usually I put +5 on the brake for the brake balance. For this car, I have it at neutral because being a genuine rear engine, rear wheel drive car, the back end just comes out almost automatically. Um, so if you want to be a little aggressive, I would say maybe +1 or +2. I know some dudes who were doing, -1, -2 to try and help control that corner entry. All right, let's get to this one. All right, so there we are on the brakes, right? We're gonna really be patient on the brakes here. So I'm really trying to get all the way over here and make sure that I'm at my slowest right here. So look at that, I'm 34, 35 miles an hour. That might feel slow, but if we're carrying, I think you were in the low 40s, mid 40s, trying to come through here. And that's why you're ending up all the way over to the right side of the track, which compromises in a big way your entrance into this part right here. So I lift to get on there, make sure I clip this apex, then I'm on the throttle fully, okay? For this one. Okay, hitting the brakes just after the white line, and we talked about this one where we're spending almost no time maximum braking, and then we're trail braking all the way through this part. Being at our slowest just before this sign right here, and you can see I'm on the throttle. And it's a very slight lift. I short shift to third. I felt like I was gonna go wide, but you can tell right here, I had a half a car width to still play with. Just about before going actually too wide for the track limits on this one. Little lift there. Now I'm braking in a straight line. And again, talk about first gear, right? So there's some first gear right there. And let's back up because you can see the rotation that happens because of that first gear. It's pretty powerful.
Yeah, it almost threw your back end out.
It really did, but because there's so much weight on the rear tires, it's quite controllable for this Porsche. Now we're being careful, trying to. I got a real sideways there. I don't necessarily recommend that. It looks cool. I don't know how fast it goes really. First gear again to get rotation. But I'm always, except for the hairpin at the top of the track. Doing okay there, Mach?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. Yeah, so first gear in several spots will probably help you a lot to ensure that you get to that apex. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so what we're going to do next is let's go ahead and go to a share screen this time, but this time you're going to start the share screen and we're going to watch you, okay? So go ahead and let me see. I think I can stop the share screen. Let's try that. All right. So now you should be able to go to. You remember from Thursday when we talked. So you're gonna pop up that menu down at the bottom.
I just shared my screen.
Oh, there it is. Yep, you got it. Okay, we see Roger Federer, and now we see the Hyundai Pony Coupe, and
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and head.
Stephen Hawking.
Yes, it's Stephen Hawking. All right, so go ahead and head over to the daily, and then while you're headed over there, I'll answer Polly Maz's question. Polly asks, what do you feel ultimately made you get better at GT7 compared to when you first started? I think what got me better was I I was taking really narrow entrances to all corners across the board, and that worked for a while. It didn't matter for a bit. But once I got to B rank, that's when I noticed, oh, this isn't working. And so um, I had been watching Super GT. I watched Tijni. I eventually started to watch Digit, and these dudes, I began to observe what they were doing to be fast, and it was all in corner entry, basically, is what I saw, eh, compared to myself. So that's why I ended up. I think that's what helped me get to the next level. It still took a bit, wasn't overnight, but yeah, that's what happened. And Mav Forever, thank you for the 5. Appreciate you, friend. Throw up some stud emojis for Mav, please, and for Polly if you haven't already. Yep, go ahead and head to sport mode there. Oh no, not there, my bud, not there.
Oh, sport mode.
Yep, yep,
Sport mode. That's right. Sorry.
it's okay. Yeah, I do find that using a ghost is helpful. It can hurt race pace, so you have to. I think it should come with a warning label, you might say. But yeah, go ahead and click on that. MachOne, yep. And then go to there. Uh-huh. And then you got your car, so select. And then, yeah, just the qualifying time trial is what you want. That's all you need. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's it.
So am I actually going to do a race now?
No, you're not doing a race. You're just doing the practice. You're not entered in the race.
Just the practice.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Um,
So if you use a ghost, you can throw that on there. If you don't, then go ahead and do what you got here. Rambo, you got a 47-1 at Fuji? For crying out loud, you fast boy. That is quick, dude. Yeah, the ghost definitely can throw you off. So I think it's important how you use that is pretty critical. Um, so if you know, I find that I like it to be zero point 0.2 seconds ahead of me, and I like it to be I like it to reset at every sector. Yeah, trail braking in sector 3 is exactly what's needed. That's it. Okay, so now we're in that phase of where we're able to watch our good buddy here and uh, and see his inputs and see exactly. I can observe certain things and kind of guesstimate on a couple things while I'm following someone, but this sort of is the revealer of all things here, so it's good.
I was going to try to double apex that, but I didn't quite get it.
Hey there, Renzo. Good to see you, man. On the second straight. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I got you. And what view do you use again? Oh,
I'm
you use
using
chase cam.
sometimes I change. I use chase, but I change back and forth.
Okay.
I'm talking.
Yeah, it's okay. Sorry, I asked the question, so you were gracious enough to answer. So
See,
yeah,
like I like this view too.
yeah. I use whatever you're comfortable with. Yeah, try a little first gear on that one next time. See how that suits you. Same with this here, first gear for entrance on this corner on the chicane. Good.
Yeah, that was better. That felt good.
Yeah, that looked good. All right. Go ahead and stick to the left here. Don't actually need to, yeah, don't need that width of the track technically. Okay, now we move over to the right. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of heavy braking there, which is slowing you down too soon. That's all right. We can we
Okay.
can we can work on that. Yeah, Mav in chat is saying that was much better. He's seeing it too. Sorry for the lack of sound. That's just sort of a byproduct when we do a share screen like this. Um, the game audio doesn't transfer. That's cool, Renzo. Yeah, I think a lot of people are using the Porsche though. It's the new car, so I think that's part of it. Yeah. So yeah. All right. Let's mark that down. There we go. That was pretty good. How'd that feel?
That felt good.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm on the fence, and it feels like when I'm downshifting too much, and then people catch up to me. So I don't really go down to first a lot, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe I should be.
Got it. Yeah. In certain situations, I think. Hey, VKG, good to see you, man. Yeah. That's too far to the right there. Didn't double
Okay.
apex.
I need to work on that a lot.
Mm-hmm. That was very controlled entrance there. I like it. Lift, lift. Mm-hmm. That was that's one of your best entrances, exits there so far. Yeah, bring it all the way down. Wait for it. Okay, throttle. Ooh, yeah, a little twitchy there, but not bad.
A little bit better, I
Stay
think,
to the left.
but that's right. Stay to the
Yeah.
left.
Drones, if you are experiencing understeer while braking, put the Yeah, put the brake balance to the rear. No, so yeah, so if you are experiencing understeer, under braking, put the brake balance to the rear so that the rear tires are doing more work. And what that's going to cause is that's going to cause the back end of the car to step out on you. So that's creating oversteer. If you want, now the trade-off with that is you may end up that the back end coming out that may cause you to lose control. So maybe just do +2 or +3 instead of like +5 all the way, for example. It's so on fire. Excuse me. Yeah, for the Porsche, I can't see going much more than 2 or 3 for this Porsche because the back end really wants to come out. It likes it. Now, for me, because I'm trying to gain rotation all the time under braking, I'm almost always +5 to the rear. I have a whole series on brake balance actually, which you guys might want to check out. Um, Let me find that playlist for you. There you go. Actually, I'll take you to the first brake balance video. There we go. Mav watched it already. Very nice. In case anyone hasn't, though. Fuel saving. Yeah, that was mentioned. No, I haven't done that one yet. That's on the list. I actually counted the other day. I have 13, I believe it's 13 video ideas in the works. It's kind of nuts, but that's the truth. Yeah, so there's 3 videos on brake balance. One is for tire saving. The second is for control, using it for control purposes. The third video is for speed. Is that right, Rob? You need to stay to the left, or I think it's Mav who's been pointing that out to me that you keep going to the right there, MachOne.
I do. It's because I trained myself to do that before, and I've got a
Yeah.
habit now.
Yep, it's
So
stuck.
I just need to get out of it. Ow.
Well, there's a lot of red on the right side, but I'm seeing your time is coming down. It's really going well here. PB being a big one. Yeah. Oh, it was Paul that said it. Okay, sorry. I couldn't remember which of you guys were saying it. Paul's the one who's going to have a conniption if you don't stop going to the left or to the right there.
Okay.
That's hilarious. All right. All right, so here's let's go ahead and stop it here for a moment. Take a short break. So I think, when I'm looking at this here, I think what I'm seeing is pretty consistent, and so I think it's a good time to mention it here. So there's a continuous, a consistent thing that's going on with you on track, my friend. So what we're looking at here is you are on the regular having to either lift after an apex, or even in some cases give a little tap of the brake after an apex. So when we've passed an apex, that's the acceleration zone, right? That's where we're supposed to be accelerating. So if we are lifting or having to tap the brakes, that means we have not gotten slow enough, um, as we head towards an apex. Now with this corner that you're at right here, this is starting to really come together. This one you're doing pretty well and really making that work. But on many of the other corners, whether it's a fast corner or a slow one, there's still a lot of lifting going on after an apex. And I think what we have to do, Mock, is consider that from this point forward a cardinal sin. we we
Okay.
we
Okay.
that is unacceptable activity. Okay. So I need you to get that like in the forefront of your mind right now. There is no lift after apex. There's no braking after apex. That means you have to do whatever you can to get those entrances correct. Okay? So go ahead and pause and hit retry. Your tires are pretty much done right now. Anyway, at this point. So go ahead and hit retry. No, not exit, just retry.
No,
Or
I'll
too late.
retry. I should. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I will say that. Should I say this? GT7 is different in the fact that nobody's life is on the line, and
Mm-hmm.
your car that's worth 20 grand is not on the line.
Correct. Yeah.
So sometimes I think I get a little bit from that. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
you want to be fast, you want to go, but you don't want anybody to get hurt, and that's the biggest thing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the beauty of a simulation, right? Because
I know.
you can have a real life experience without the real life consequences, I think is a good way to put it.
But some of that carries over, I believe.
For
So
you, yeah, yeah, because you have that real life racing background. All right, so what did we just talk about? We're going to be no braking, no lifting after an apex.
after Apex,
Don't do
okay,
it. Don't do it.
don't do it.
If you do it, note it, recognize that we have something to
Yeah,
change on entrance. Okay? Yep, so even here, we might have to lift right now, but now we should be full throttle, right? There we go. Same here. So we're gonna hit the brake zone, decelerate, decelerate, keep decelerating, and then on the throttle. Right. Good. No lifting on exit. Very nice and controlled. All right, this is a tough one. So this is a chicane, so we should have a slight lift after the first apex because we have to set yourselves up. Chicanes are a bit of a rule breaker in that regard. All right, yep, we're gonna get our slowest. Very nice. 38, lifty lift. Back on the throttle. Good catch. All right. Try and give me some 50% brake pressure on this deceleration zone. Get over to the right. Now, oh, that was too much to the right. Sorry.
that's all right. I don't think I had quite 50% brake pressure either.
Well, we didn't change. We didn't downshift either, so That was a that was gonna hurt. Oh, Mike number 5 telling us we have a 40 burger. Thank you everyone for the 40 likes. Okay, yeah. Good throttle control. Ooh, little brake. Yeah, there we go. That's a tough one.
I
That
was trying not to lift, but
yeah.
I kept stayed on the throttle
Yeah, so we
a little
might
bit.
we may have wanted a little bit of first gear to get the extra rotation we needed. All right, that was all right. And it's a clean lap, no pens. Really good. Very smooth. Ooh, we missed that first one. All right, racing line is compromised, so now we're going to have to lift, right? There we go.
Yeah, I downshifted too.
All right, try and bring it back. All right, slight miscalculation there, so a tiny lift as we accelerated, but nothing too egregious. Nice. Very nice. Oh, I liked that one. That one made me happy. Stay to the left. Paul's going to have a conniption. Remember, stay to the left.
Stay to the left, stay to the left.
Okay, now we're to the right. Exactly. Yep, a little more braking, a little more braking. Okay, there we go. The tires hate you right now, but it worked. Okay, yep, little lift. Brake, brake, brake. Here we go. We were off the brakes for a little too long there, I saw, but we're back on it now. Brake. Good adjustment.
Yeah, touched the brake right after the apex. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean
Just brushed it.
that's a hard one. That's a really hard one. But check it out. Let's just finish this corner. If I'm doing my math right. Here it comes. Boom. That's an improvement right there.
That is improved.
Nicely done, sir. Nicely done. Certainly room for improvement all over, but that's the direction we want to head. Good. That was I like it. Paul says it's going to be called Lead and Paul's Coaching pretty soon. And it's team up. Okay, breaking a straight line. Here we go. First gear, little overshot. Let's try and get it back to the proper line. Good. Still clipped that second apex, which is really important for exit here. That's good.
You need to do that, right?
Yeah, you really do need that second apex.
I'm to the left right now.
Good job. Good job. Paul, everyone, note it, please. Ooh, that's some rotation. Didn't get quite slow enough. So, yeah, we're making the corrections here. Good job. And Mav. Okay. Led Paul and Mav's coaching. Not sponsored. Okay, brakey, slowy, slowy. Not bad there. Not bad.
No break.
It said you took something too wide. I don't know.
That's something too wide. It's
Mm-hmm. Good entrance. Fast exit. Look at that. Okay, lifty lift. Yeah, wait for it. Wait for it. We ended up a little bit too far to the right that time, so that compromised the entrance for the right-hander. Mm-hmm. Goodness. Do you know how to toggle through to see what your optimal time is?
Uh, I I kind of do.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Right now it shows the course map. So, like, if you were to toggle to get to your brake balance, for example, you know how to show that? I'm curious to see what your optimal is.
yeah. Just a second.
Okay. Oh, there he was. 59.1. Okay. Ooh, a little too much that time. It was brave though of you. I liked it.
Overshoot. Back in the mindset.
Nice. Yep. Punch it. Ooh, just a little wide. Okay. I read it wrong myself.
All right. Could have been a little closer on that.
It's too late now. You were already over there. I know Paul saw it. You tried to hide it, but I don't think it
I
worked.
tried to hide it.
Oh, thanks for subbing up there, Gavin Carter. Appreciate you, friend. Welcome along.
To work on that corner a lot.
That's a wall. Yep.
And brush the wall.
Good. Very nice. Okay. See if we can have. You've been really nailing this first turn here for sure lately.
I went a little bit wide there, but and this feels a lot better.
Yeah, lifty. Yeah, turn a little sooner there for that one.
Okay, turn a little sooner. That is hard. It's hard to judge
Mm-hmm.
because the ground raises up
Mm-hmm.
and you can't see over it.
Yeah, especially
So,
with this bumper cam, not a very high view. All right, why don't we exit out and get ourselves a fresh set of tires and do another 4 or 5 laps? What do you say?
okay.
Yeah, let's do that, and then we'll come to the end of our session. So you just retry, or yeah, exit is fine.
Exit is fine.
Yep, when you go on the second straight, Paul says, just think of him, and you'll remember. Stay to the left.
Think of Paul. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
Nice. Okay, didn't cut off enough speed that time to get to the first apex.
You know, another thing I'll say is it seems to be a lot easier to downshift sometimes in GT7 compared to a real car. In a lot of corners,
Mm-hmm.
it would really upset me if I did what I'm doing here.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that real life aspect to it, I'm sure it kind of it this game will pull you out of the realism pretty fast, I'm sure.
Right? Thinking of Paul.
Thinking of Paul, well done. Well done. This is for you, Paul. Mm. Very nice. Sweeping it in there. Yeah, we need to
Ah,
a little bit of throttle
I was
there.
trying.
Yeah, a little bit of throttle there is good, but we need to cut the power a little sooner in order to be able to make the second
Okay.
part of that left-hander. Hey Farouk, good to see you, man. 2 left turn, sector 3. Oh yeah, boom boom. Mm, okay, we'll serve our penalty here. Pay for our crimes. Hey there, Jason. Good to see you, man. Yeah, I think Farouk. I think you're right. And he does lift there. It's been too late of a lift, is what's been happening.
We're at.
Where you're about to head under the hotel here. So not this corner, but the next two. If you lift at the very top of the corner, so right here. Yeah, wait for it. Then you can hit that bollard, and then bam, out you go.
Got it.
Now you clobbered a little too much of the bollard. I think that's what gave you a half second, but that's the idea.
Uh, I'm listening to you,
Splitting these up, yeah. It's funny, drones, because when I first started the putting it all together for brake balance, I had the main outline. I had the three purposes for brake balance already outlined, and then I just started filling it all up with information and details. And then before I knew it, I had like 15 pages. And I go, I can't make this one video. That's gonna be forever long. So I decided to break it up into three. I think it was the way to go for sure. Nice. Really good, really good.
I picked up a lot of time there.
Yeah. LG, good to see you, friend. And number 5. Did I miss number 5 coming in? I think maybe I did. Yep, so next week on Wednesday I'm gonna have a video release on techniques for tire saving. I'm excited about that one.
It didn't lift enough.
Yeah, I saw you.
I lifted and it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, and that with how much speed you were carrying there, it probably needed to be a full lift. You ended up like sitting around 50% throttle for a little while there. Um, how'd I learn all of this? Well, much of it is experience and watching others. So I still watch other people to learn. That's definitely not out the window. I still do that. Um, but then, I mean, a lot of it. I mean, like a lot of us learn. I learned from a lot of mistakes as well. I made plenty of mistakes. Mistakes can be great teachers because you don't want to make those mistakes again. I mean, obviously, some mistakes aren't as bad as others, but still, you can learn from them. And I find that that's something that I did as well. So, like brake balance for control, for example, I used to just sort of do what other people were doing, and I noticed a lot of people would have it to the rear, and I just couldn't control the car with brake balance to the rear for the longest time. Probably because I didn't know it at the time, but looking back, I'm likely I was is because I was braking too hard for too long, and so the back end would come out. Um, and so I realized then that, oh, well, if I put it neutral or I put the brake balance towards the front, I can control it. And then I began to see people do that, for example, on the downhill at Bathurst, because the downhill at Bathurst is super steep and super hard to control the car under braking. And so I would see people toggle the brake balance towards the front, like, oh, they're doing that for control, so they don't lose the car going downhill. Well, let me try that. And so that's when the principle came into my mind. And as far as being able to teach it, and the videos where I have the PowerPoints and all that, I was trained to do that. It's not my profession, but I was taught how to teach, basically. And so I use it in various ways in my church, and I do it here in this venue as well.
Got
Oh,
squirrely.
good catch though.
Yeah. Well, I know that I have improved my time.
You have.
Um, and there's a lot of things that are going a lot smoother. A lot of things I need to work on still.
Yeah, for sure. But I
Really trying to get this double apex down. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
no, no, you're fine. Yeah, I think you've shown a lot of improvement in just our short time today.
Ah,
And yeah, it's not all coming together and it's not very consistent, but there is also the track limits on this track. I mean, it's very, very tough. The narrow confines are definitely a factor. I mean, you're kind of close to an improvement here, actually, still. Let's see. Oh, okay, I was off. I was off on my math. Or actually, I'm not sure. All the times are red, so I don't know what exactly it was basing that delta off of. Well, saving tires, techniques for saving tires, it does vary a little bit from car to car. High downforce, for example, are they're tire murderers, like the Group 2 cars. They murder the tires. But the group, the upshifting, lift, and coast, that definitely does a lot for the Group 2s. But in a nutshell, I find that most people. You can go ahead and shut
I
her
think I'm
down there.
done
Yep,
now.
yep. No, you've done well. You've
I'm
done well.
done.
I'm gonna exit the share screen now as well. Um, oh, is that right, Farouk? Okay. Hey there, Bailey. Good to see you, man. I'm good. Good to see you. My teammate and race one winner at Watkins Glen last Saturday. Good stuff. All right. So let's kind of let's tie all this with a bow here, Mock. First of all, good work today. I know that was we put you through the ringer a little bit, but you put in some good work, and I think learned a couple things along the way. So for those that maybe are newer to Learn with Lead, this is at the end of the session. This is where we take a little time and just discuss everything that we've seen and kind of tie it all together for the guests to begin working on. So my first, there's kind of two sentences here, but they're both linked. Okay. So my first thing for you to really take away from our session, Mock, and probably the most important thing as well, is um, you often are not lifting or braking enough before the apex. Okay? So you're not lifting and or not braking enough before the apex. And this results in having to lift or brake after the apex. Um, Remember I said this is now a cardinal sin? Like
Yeah.
that's what it has to be from now on, okay? So when you are, when next week rolls along and you begin practicing another track or you begin doing something else in the game, um, you gotta have that mindset on, right? So make sure that as you're practicing, take note of when you have to lift after an apex, okay? Because that's your cue. That's telling you, okay, if I had to lift after an apex, that means either my entrance was too narrow on the previous corner, or I took too much speed through the apex and the car I exceeded my traction budget. Remember the traction budget? I've exceeded my traction budget.
Yeah.
So that means I need to slow it down, stay within that traction budget all the way to the apex, so that when I get on the throttle and I apply the throttle and I move my way up to 100%, I don't have to lift in any sense of the word, right? So, um, yeah, that's the basic one there. That's the main one for me. Um, Really, I think that's really like you need to take that filter and utilize it for all future car and track combos. Um, any questions or thoughts on that?
Okay. No, that's pretty clear. I know that that's probably one of the things that's killing my speed the most
Yeah, I think
is
so.
braking after or lifting after an apex.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm going to be working on really hard.
Yeah, good. The second thing is when we started our session, one of the first things that we corrected was the break points. You remember that from the session?
Uh-huh.
So we had to move our breaking points back, in some cases considerably, because where
Yes.
you began breaking was just way too late. So make sure. So I really, with that in mind, I think what I want to suggest is really be use all the resources that you can that you have available to you to learn the break points, learn how to enter corners, and so and by resources I'm talking watch a replay, um, if it's in the game and if it's offline like I know you do sometimes, go ahead and watch one of the replays that are in the game for like circuit experience. If you are um, if you're doing something on sport mode, then go to like I'm showing people right now on my screen here. Go to sport mode. Click on let's click on one of the time trials, for example. Click on a time trial, and then over here, go to qualifying time ranking. Go to global, and then all of these replays right here are at your disposal that you can just click on it and play it and watch it. And you can see where they're breaking. You can see how much they break, how long they break, all of that kind of thing. That's really important. So that's the in-game resources. On top of that, you've got a lot of content out there on YouTube. Um, I think it would behoove you a lot to take some time ahead of time to really check out how people are, um, and it doesn't have to necessarily even be a video. It could be a video, but it could also just be you watching someone while they race. You know, I mean, obviously, I'm on a couple times a week for that purpose. Um, but we also, and I do lap guides as well for race B and C every week. But there's a lot of people out there too that are doing those things, and so that's how I would. Those are the two main things I would say. Make sure not you're braking enough and lifting enough before apexes, so you don't have to lift or brake after an apex. And make sure you get the second thing, use all the resources available to you so you know at least what you should be trying to do um, in a particular combo, and not guessing. I realize, there's always a gap between what I know I want to do and what I'm physically doing, right? Sometimes sometimes the mind is there and we know what we should do, but physically can't always put it together how we want. So, and a lot of times practicing is getting the two to get closer, right? And so yeah, those are my two takeaways for you, my friend. Appreciate you being on for sure.
All right. I very much appreciate what you did today, and I just want to let you know that you have a great group here and a great product. So,
I'll appreciate it, man. We love doing it. I love, I'm really glad that you did beat your time. That doesn't always happen. It's not necessarily a priority, but it's fun that we got to see it come together today. That's for
I'm
sure.
going to beat it again.
Do it. I like it. I like it. Take a little break and then get back at it, right? So do you have it
Yeah.
ready, BL? Do you have the stream up, MachOne?
Um, no, I don't.
Okay, I think
I
BL's about to show us your trophy for being on today.
Oh, okay. Let me bring up the stream.
Yeah, if you're ready to put it on there, BL, go for it. And then you're a part of our Discord already, so I will. Gotta find. Oh, we got a couple people applying. Let's get you guys approved. Welcome Dibdob and welcome Slip. Okay, let me find and while we're waiting, let's see. Oops, that's the wrong thing. And that's the wrong thing. Oh, there it is. Let's take a look at it together. You can click on the link also there. You just put it in the chat, MachOne.
Okay.
And then
You gotta find your.
let's look at it together here. Oh, very cool looking. Oh, that's so neat. There, I'll show everybody. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Just 17 grams. Introducing Smart Vision. It's
think
not
we
just
have-
a
I think
handsome
sounds like an ad.
titanium TR90 frame.
Yeah, it was. Just gotta skip it.
Very cool,
Oh
BL.
wow! Look at that.
That's so cool, BL.
And you picked the right car too.
she's paying
Porsche's
attention
my
to the
dream
details.
car.
She's paying attention to the details. Thank you, BL, very much. All right, let me I'm gonna head off of that, and then
Yeah.
go ahead.
Closest I've ever come to that Porsche is being taken for a ride.
Oh yeah,
On the track.
right. And right now, MachOne, I'm granting you access to the Learn with Lead bumper stickers. So those are your gifts as well for part of your gifts for coming on. You can find that in the LWL bumper stickers part of our channel. You can now head over there and check those out. And you can download them. Usually download them on your PC or laptop, and then you can add them to your collection. Is how that works. If you need any help with that, we can help you with that.
Okay. I usually don't do decals only because I have a whole bunch, but I just don't apply them to my car. So I kind of figured out how to apply them through the livery. So
Yeah, gotcha. Very cool. All right, my friend. Well, that's gonna do
Thank you
it
so
for today.
much.
Thank you. You were an awesome guest. Everyone who can, please throw up a stud emoji for MachOne for being an awesome guest today. And yeah, we will. We're gonna do some racing here in a little bit. We'll get a few races in before we call it a day. But yep, thank you so much. We will. I'm sure we will see you, Mach, on a track or a chat very soon.
Yes, you will.
All right.
Thank you so much and have a great day,
Thank
everybody.
you. All right. You too. Bye bye. Cool stuff. All right. So there's a couple things going on. Oh, thank you, Jason. That's high praise, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, if you're familiar with the telemetry, that can be really helpful to use as well. My time at Yas is, and this is since Monday. I haven't worked on it since then. Oh yeah, I'm outside of the top 1,000 now. People hit this one hard this week. They really liked it. I'm bummed because on my fast lap, I lifted on the long left-hander, and I didn't realize it, but I saw afterwards I didn't need to lift. So it could have been a 0.4. But Paul has applied to our Discord as well. Okay. Oh yeah, I see a couple more here. We got Holly Mazda and Paul. Okay, let's get you in. Approve. And approved. Paul says, I hope he remembers to stay to the left. That's hilarious. Yeah, they're practicing for the nations. Yeah, because usually I'm top 500 all the time. I mean, I'll start out maybe top 200 and then end up top 5. So yeah, but it's good stuff. But yeah, people are hitting this one hard. I would probably need to put another hour in and try to get a 52 is likely. Well, let me see what is the fastest time right now. 51.7. I feel like I followed a 51.9 on Monday. Sounds good, Farouk. Appreciate you, bud. All right, so if you guys are, you've been maybe seeing Learn with Lead for a few weeks now, or perhaps you just saw it today for the first time, so you can reach out to me and set up a session for yourself. You can do that one of two ways. You can reach out to me at leadpencil2017. That's my PSN. So reach out, you can friend request me and message me that you want a session. Do both of those, because if you just friend request me, I might not know that you also want a session. So you must ask for it. Okay. You can also join our Discord and DM me on Discord that you want to be put on a session. Right now we have, oh my goodness, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 people, possibly 18 if this other gentleman wants to come back. He had to cancel. So there's a lot of people waiting. Now, typically we've been doing 1 or 2 sessions on a Saturday. I will say at this point that there are 2 things that are going to change with Learn with Lead. Mild changes, nothing crazy. But number one, now that we've gotten above a dozen, and it's like we might stay above a dozen for a while, I'm gonna do as many as I can on Saturdays. I'm gonna do at least 2, and if I can swing it, I'm gonna do 3 at a time. But at least 2 on the regular. 3 might be pushing it, so I don't know. We'll see if we can try that. So that's something that's going to have to change though, because I just can't keep up by doing just 1 a week or even the occasional 2 a week, right? So that's number 1. Number 2, I think what we're going to do also is it's going to be really critical to be a part of the Discord if you want to do a Learn with Lead, because we're going to have we're talking about doing a basically an on deck link, so you can see if you're on the list, you can see where you are and where we'll call it a tentative date would be. Tentative, I say, because people have to reschedule. Sometimes the weekend is no good for them, so that shifts people around. And I mean, up until this point, I've just been doing that on my phone, but I think it's helpful. And probably will help keep people engaged. Also, if they can see, physically see something that shows where they are and about where their turn would actually come up as far as a date is concerned. So those are the couple of things that kind of need to change with this level of amount of people that are interested in doing it. Need some water, and then I need to put in some laps here. Yeah, so I'll do the next 3 races here at Fuji. I think I can manage that. I would have liked to have raced here a little more this week, and I would have liked to have done a little bit of Yas Marina as well, but this was a busier week. I ended up finishing those videos on Tuesday, which was kind of important to do. Thursday we had folks that we were hanging out with, so that was important to hang with friends as well. So yeah, be on the lookout for those changes, especially if you're even watching right now and you're one of those people that's on the list but are waiting your turn. So take heart to know that we're trying to get you on as soon as we can, because I don't like it for you all to wait, 3-4 months after asking me for a session. That's just too long. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. There we go. All right, let's see here. Good luck in the race. Also, just so you're aware, we are looking at a 2,000 subscriber special race as well. Information on that should be coming. I think we're going to do a formal sign up for that because I really kind of want to make it a big deal. And I also want some firm commitments from you all as well. And I can't know how big it's going to be until I find out how interested folks are. So that's going to be on the lookout for that. Dickie B, good to see you, man. New subscriber. I'm glad you came by and said hi, man. That means a lot. Richardson, I have the G923. Bailey says he knows you want in. Now, I will say this. I am going to give priority. I'm going to give priority to former Learn with Lead guests. I will be doing that, okay? My hope is that there's enough Learn with Lead guests and enough other people that are friends of the channel that we can actually have a little bit of a tourney type of thing. That's my hope. But before we go that far with it, we have to see what the level of interest is. My chat just went kablooey. It's fine for you guys. Mine just went boop, gone. Can someone put the Discord link in chat, please? One of the moderators. That would be great. Ooh, too much throttle there. Oh, he might be. I can't hear that, but I think I need to do it for this one. Yeah. And bump. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Thank you, BL. There's the link for the Discord, friends. No, the idea, Bailey, it's not Le Mans, but I wanted to do Group 1 at Saint Croix. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. Both cars and tracks that we don't normally do. Now, within Group 1, I might decide, you know, it's going to be, I don't know, either just the hybrids or maybe just the Vision cars, something like that. I feel like, or just the Group C cars. I feel like that's how it should be broken up anyway. Those cars, I almost feel like don't belong on the track together in some cases. People are already getting pins. That is hilarious. Yeah, I think they need to be categorized in three categories, really. There should be Group C cars, the hybrids, and then the Vision cars. Diaz Tsukuba this week. I hate where this starts you. It's crazy. Tsukuba is a specific vehicle. Interesting. Yeah, I hadn't looked ahead yet, so I'll be interested to see what that turns out to be. Oh, if it's a power play, that would be something. We'll get 3 races in here. Excited about getting on track a little bit. I took Tuesday and Thursday off, so no midweek stream this last week, which is normally where I get my racing in. Ugly. That was ugly. Oh, neat, Ramboy. That's cool, man. Okay, here we go. Where are we? 4th on the grid. Okay, could be worse. Little slim pickings. We got some B-rated drivers in this one. Someone's having trouble queuing in. Oh, it's red zone. Is that our red zone that we just saw in chat a little bit ago? I think. Where'd he go? There he is. E9. I'll make a US account and call it Pencil Sharpener. Ah, Souls Greg Biffle. Very cool. Good luck to you as well. Nice time, bud. He did. He beat it by about a second, I think. All right, let's see how my race pace is. Yeah, no kidding, Gran boy. That sounds crazy. All right, good luck, Soul. Thanks, Paul. Hard tires. Gotta love it. Very cold, very hard. Burger. Thank you for the 40 likes, everyone. JD, it's definitely morning for him. He's in Australia. Early morning for him. Wow, both of them went off up ahead. Dirty tires alert. Let's see if we can take advantage. Tap maybe? That was weird. Ooh. Our lights just flickered. better, dude. You can't just push me out of the way. Yeah, I see it coming. I see you. I see you coming. Hey, welcome. Okay. We've settled down a little bit, but Mr. Piloto Reserva has gotten away with all our battling that we've been involved in. Meachum, good to see you, friend. All right, Biffle says let's try and catch him. I like it. Thank you, SD. Appreciate you, friend. Okay, we are catching. Let's see what happens. That could warrant a pen. We'll see what happens. Good exit. Years anniversary, SD. Congrats, man. That's awesome. All right, Soul. I like it. I like it, Soul. Let's go. 8/10. We rev fifth. I think we rev fifth out. I'm gonna get better braking power. Alright, firmly within the slipstream now. Final lap as well. See what we can do. Come piloto reserva. Probably just not quite close enough unless he really messes this up. Better exit than him by a little bit, but yeah, not close enough. Nice, good racing. Once we got away from Stupa back there, worked out pretty well. Good working with you, Soul. Nice teamwork there, Soul. Appreciate you, man. Almost brought him in. Almost reeled him in. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it, bud. Yeah, we take a PT. Thank you, Paul. Okay, let's do it again. Couple more races, huh? Couple more races. Take a little break though. I feel like I got the general pace back, so I'm not going to push it too hard here. See if we have... Oh yeah, we got some people to say hi to here. Lots of people joining the Discord, that's fun. Let me see if I have any requests here as well. Yeah. Yep, there's Mav. wanting to be the friend. There's Slip wanting to be a friend. Remember, if you are looking to put yourself on the list for Learn with Lead, gotta message me as well. Don't forget to message me that you want a session. There's drones. Awesome drones. You over here. Yeah, no kidding there, Soul. However, it's good to work with you. That's for sure. Appreciate the teamwork, man. Viking Racer, PS Network, don't play. Yeah, that was his account. Yeah, that was him. Well, and especially the A-rank drivers. I think that's a thing that happens a lot too. Any of the A-rank drivers, they sense a good finish and really want to go for it. Yeah, Jason, I'm with you there. I'm with you. It's usually not worth it, in my opinion. Just move on. I've gotten into some chat battles with folks either on PSN or in the game in GT7, and I found out that you're not going to change anyone's mind. Not that way, at least. So... yeah, super toss-up. You're right, Soul. Yeah, I agree with Jason. It really isn't worth it. All right, race number 2. It's our, it's the Stupa guy in P1 right now. That's what I saw last race. Yeah. Depends on the combo and track, I think. Shoot, when we had Red Bull Ring, the Atenza was better for quali, but G70 was better on tires. Mellow yellow behind us, I like that. Love this shot. Okay, here we go. Hard tires. Somebody got smacked behind us. He's so ultra defensive. Sorry, Russell. Sorry. Alright, let's see if we can make something out of this. Not gonna go for a pass. Too early. A little bit longer on the brakes there. Tip-top, those are true words, sir. Sorry, I got really messy there. A lot of hitting. Wow, it's totally unnecessary by this dude. Around the outside. Let me deal with him for a little bit, soul. Here we come. Here we come. Let's get him. I'm pretty sure this guy is going to make it really tough. You don't care that I'm there, I understand. Okay. I got rough in a hurry. Arthur takes it this time. We get another P2. Yeah, I think I looked behind me just in time to see that happen. Everybody was diving at the end there, just all out diving. Russell got beat up. We all lost SR rather. Yeah, this guy. All right, one more race. Uno más. Oh man, all my friends taking me out this week. I'm not even in my own top 10. Thank you, Jade. Yeah, everyone was getting beat up. Still a C because of this race. Yeah. Well, the thing, so let's talk about Fuji for a moment. Super wide track, right? Lots of late apexes. However, especially in the lower ranks, people sort of disregard the late apexes and just go for dive after dive after dive, which actually is what it wasn't happening in my race last one until the end when everybody started to go narrow like crazy. So you have to be ready to defend against that, I guess. But it's not the funnest way to race. Not really. Not in my opinion. Oh, great, Nessie. Thank you. You would swear it was a swimming pool with all the dives going on. Is that right, Berube? Yeah. Oh yeah, you like that. I have a few model cars there. Oh, this one actually like turning them. Yeah, which it doesn't make for that great a racing when you have people diving all the time, and either they're diving and they're super slow on exit, or they use you to help them for the exit. Yeah, real talk right there. Yeah, 1 to 2 cars on the last lap. Yeah, I actually went around 2 cars on the lap. I was 5th and I moved up to 3rd. I think it was on the final lap. Because everyone was jockeying for position so much on the final lap there. It's on the long straight. we were all moving back and forth. It's tough to make a decision when everyone's moving like that. How you decide you're gonna where you're gonna position. I decided to put it on the outside. Hope no one would dive into me. I guess I left enough space to where it was okay. Yeah, Slip, I hear you there. I think you're right. It goes up and down too quickly. I think you're right. Now, iRacing's doing something different than GT7 is doing. Better but worse at the same time. That's well put. It's all a matter of what you're looking for, though, really. What are you looking for? I think that's the key. Alright, one more race before we call it tonight. Real quick, just a quick reminder, we will be back on Monday. Checking out the new dailies, see what this race E is all about. Specified car. Interesting. Let's see. Yep, so we'll check out the dailies, do some live lap guides. Should be racing in the middle of the week again, and we'll see how many guests we can fit next Saturday. That's my plan. Where are we this time? Fourth. We got lug nuts in the house this time. In the Lamborghini, that's cool. Top 4 and 3 different cars. I like it. Oh man, our SR went down to A. Shoot. Messed up. All right, let's see what kind of opportunities we might be able to gain early in the race. You too, bud. Thanks for saying hi. Good. Oh, that's rough, Berube. That's really rough. Ugh. All right, we've had 2 P2s. Sorry. Shenanigans. That was close. Yeah, I don't know. He caught right back up. I don't know how he pulled that off, but he did. Watch the overspeed. Yeah, I agree, Nessie. I think that would be great. A daily race D with a quali and a race. I think that'd be awesome. Come on, man. It's just... Okay. Now that was karma. You go for a line that you have no prayer of hitting the apex. No prayer of hitting the apex. Slams right into me. R.I.P. for our fallen brother. Alright, let's see if we can catch up. Right? I mean, you feel a little bad, but then you're like, no, man, that's all you. You did it to yourself, 100%. You'll probably blame me, yeah. No, it's a mixture. Doesn't look like too many people are on, so there's A+, A's, and B's in this lobby. That guy who just lost his race is a A-rank driver. All right, Mav, you out? Appreciate you, friend. Catch you later. Yeah, it's a healthy mixture of all kinds of folks. All right, we caught up a little bit. Let's see if we can catch up some more. Fastest lap, here we go. Over speed. my line all up. Yeah, we'll take a look at that replay too. As long as I can still save some replays. Oh, the car looks crazy, doesn't it? I used, I'm doing +5 to the rear. I'm gonna go on the inside here, Soul. Or not. Why would you do that? I'll hang it on the outside then. Very well. Probably not making up 2.5 seconds, but we'll try. He might make a mistake. Like that, he went pretty wide there. That could be a pen. Yep, he does have a pen. Just caught a glimpse of it. Alright, let's see how much that allows us to catch. I don't think it'll be a lot. It'll be some. Alright, 1.2 seconds. Let's see what we can do. Chuck it in here, nice and hard. Not bad there. Is all-wheel drive up ahead. Did a lot there. Sean, thank you for becoming a member of the Stud Club. Everyone throw up some stud emojis for Sean. Weren't really able to make up any more time. Fast dude up ahead for sure. And that's 3 P2s in a row. Crazy. Good racing with you, Soul. Good stuff, man. Let's check out that replay. I want to see Mr. Arthur's move on us. Call it, shall we? Check that out before we call it a night. Everyone get your gavels ready. Get your gavels ready. We're going to look at the replay. Get your gavels ready. We're going to issue a verdict. Tim Tom is right. Court is in session, everyone. Thank you, Nessie. Yeah, good race for Lugnuts. He did a good job. Okay, SR went up. That's great. Maybe. I'm not sure what that's a reference to, BO. What was that? Lap 3? Lap 2? All rise. It's like lap 2. Good entrance. That's really slow right there. I noticed that I had been catching him quite a bit there. He took like 85. I try and stay mid-90s and even high 90s once the tires are warmed up. Super late on the brakes there. We kind of accordioned up front, so he's able to catch a lot. A little late on the throttle there. All right, let's look at it. So we got quite the distance here. This is like 2.5, 3 car lengths behind. I just feel like that's really far. Plus, so let's look at it again. So not only is it really far, but let's say it does work, right? Straight to jail. Let's say it does work, all right? Let's say, in theory, this works out, we don't touch. He's not on the optimal racing line. Now I have to get thrown off my optimal racing line, and it's lap 2. Why are we going for a move like this? Like, to me, that makes 0 sense, at least race IQ wise. That doesn't make sense. I don't think it's smart. I mean, are we wrong? Am I wrong with this? To me, this is an ill-advised dive that is not going to work. Even if it works, it doesn't work. That's what I'm trying to say. Not only that, he is about to miss the apex by 2 car widths. He's not even... I actually send him towards the apex. I actually push him towards the apex. Right, Jason. Yeah. It's so much... Why don't we just take the normal racing line, try and get a better exit than me, and then pass me on towards the apex? It's a 2-step move, right? It's 2 steps. It's forward thinking. But I find so many people, they think one move, dive, pass, done. And there's no other options there. No, exactly. So yeah. Now I'm not sure why his car bounced like it did after he hit me. But I am glad it was him and not me. That was weird. Right extra? Yeah, extra rare? For sure, man. They've been taking you out all week, yeah. Oh, he overcorrected, okay. Let's look at it from my perspective, right? So, and as you know, this is the view that I use. I have radar up at the time when I'm racing. But look, so look at Lugnuts and look at Soul. Like here's two guys looking to get the take the most momentum they possibly can into the corner. Towards the apex, get on the throttle as early as they can, because guess what? It's the longest straight in the history of straights coming up. So you want to get a really good exit, right? And here I am, I'm following the same plan. Here we go. We're gonna keep my momentum up. We're gonna work together where we can. It's early, plenty of that. No, I'm not any wider than usual. I'm not any wider. Look, we're all at the same width basically. This is one of the racing lines that you can take. Now, I mean, if it's lap 5 or lap 6, definitely lap 6. But if it's lap 5 and I want to try and hold my position, I probably would take a more defensive line. But look at us three. We're in sync. We're thinking the same way. And then there's this guy. Who has no prayer of hitting the apex. I don't know. All right. Verdict to me is that's all his fault. 100%. Be forward thinking, not in the moment thinking. You know what I mean? What could have been? What could have been for him, right? But you know, he's got a great quality time. He might be a little butthurt that he can't keep it race pace wise. So I don't know. That's my feelings on it. All right, my friends. Player 1, good to see you, bud. No race awareness. Yeah. Great to have you guys. Okay, that is going to do it for me. I got to call it there, my good friends. Time for me to head off to dinner with the family. Enjoy an evening together. So that's what I'm going to do next. So just like I said earlier, we'll see you back here on Monday. Check out the new dailies. Have a good time with all of that. Do some live lap guides. All the normal Monday stuff, you know what I mean. And some new video coming out on Wednesday. All that good stuff is in the works. So looking forward to all of that. For you all, thank you for hanging out with me today. Thank you for cheering our guest on from earlier, MachOne. He's an awesome guest. And if you happen to miss the interview portion of his session, please go back and look. The man is an absolute hero for what he's going through and his outlook on life. I think you'll be encouraged by it. I really do. Thank you all for the new members. Thank you all for the donations. You keep us going, and that means a whole heck of a lot to me. It really does, and my family, to be honest. It means a lot. That's going to do it there. I'm going to head off now, and to you all, I love you all like crazy. There's not a thing you can do to change my mind. So don't even try. Stop it. Don't try. Enough. I'll see you all Monday. Bye.